Good evening, folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor Who news. Oh, man, it's been a really weird day. But I can't complain. Only had to do 4 hours at work today because we had a breakdown. So, got to come home early, do a little bit more prep. Because had the Mark Strickson interview earlier today. And it was a very enjoyable experience. He's very, very warm, very friendly guy. And he's done so many things after he left Doctor Who. It's just downright amazing. So if you get a chance, go back and listen to that interview, or just go check out some of his con appearances, which are on various fan video sites as well as YouTube and whatnot. It was just amazing. You find out that Mark Strickson, he was the producer that brought Steve Irwin to the world. Who we lost far, far too early and far, far too young. But it was just amazing to me to find that out, that he was one of the guys, he was probably the guy responsible, for the Crocodile Hunter coming to such worldwide fame. Plus, all the interesting experiences he shared from different places he's been around the world when he's been shooting wildlife documentaries and whatnot. Really, really good stuff. Also loved hearing that he's going to be back at Big. He's already been called back to Big Finish. He let that go while we were talking. So, looking forward to some more Turlo, apparently, in the near future on Big Finish Audio. Okay, but other than that, it's been a typical day. The Freedom Train tears onward, and it's people keep asking me, Dr. Freedom, where do you get these interviews from? And the thing is, I have to credit that to my friend Matt Rose. Ever since he became one of the engineers on this sucker, we've been steaming down the tracks faster than ever. Onward and upward. But well, as we got Lady Gallifrey here helping us shovel the coal. Hey, we're getting on. And it's just getting better and better each day here. Okay, let's move on. Let's take a look at what we do have. Oh, that's right. Before I go into the articles, the rumor mill has gone crazy. Now there's rumors going around that there's going to be a quote-unquote degeneration scene at the end of Series 9. And that's like, well, I'd like to see them pull that off, given that I think Matt Smith is still over here in the States. So they'd have to use clips. Chris Eccleston's definitely not coming back. But a lot of this conjecture is based off the fact that RTD and Dave Tennant were spotted in Cardiff earlier this week. And it's just amazing how far the mind can run, and then all of a sudden the mouths run right after, and then the oral diarrhea compiles into one big thing we call a rumor mess. And, as much as I'm really hoping McGann does make another appearance in the series, but until I see some proof of it, I'm not going to report on it, because I'm not going to drive, people into thinking, oh my God, Dr. Freedom said Paul McGann's appearing. When I see the pictures or I see some hard factual data saying that this is going to happen, then I'll report it. Otherwise, it is just rumor. So please, do not get your hopes up. Do not get your expectations soaring through the sky, because chances are it's Series 9. It's coming up in just 6 weeks. Your expectations are already high, and you're looking forward to seeing an actual program, and I'm not going to give you fantasy when, things that are not going to appear on the show just to let you down. So, if I see hard factual data, you'll get it. But okay, let's look at what we do have. Now, on the Doctor Who Instagram today, this popped up, and this is a picture of Mark Gatiss here with Reece Shearsmith. Apparently, they're now working on episode 9. Matter of fact, they're saying it is nearing completion. So hopefully by the end of this week, they'll be on episode 12, and then boom, that should only be about a week or so, a little bit more than that maybe. And then wham, bam, it's a couple weeks break. Until then, they'll come back and start filming a Christmas special. But I was just looking very closely at the uniform here that Reece Shearsmith is wearing. And like I said, I can't confirm anything. But like I said, the first thing that popped into my head, I think we had one of the guys say it looks like something out of Star Trek. It was a little bit, and also we had another friend of mine tonight on the chat said it almost reminded him of something out of the War Games. To me, it looks almost like maybe, like I said, don't take this as fact. This is just something that popped into my head. It looked almost like an updated version of the Khaled uniforms from Genesis of the Daleks. But, we'll find out more. This is Gatiss' episode, and hopefully, soon we'll be finding out, well, actually, a few weeks into the season, because this will be episode 9, we'll be finding out more just what's going on with this. Also, check out the funky glasses, man. But, hey, looking forward to it. And by the way, please note that Reece here in this getup does not look anything like the Patrick Troughton he's supposed to be reprising the role of. I've been hearing that one too. So unless, the second Doctor suddenly joined some alien military, got a weird hairdo and put on some funky glasses, I don't think that's who he's playing. Okay. This popped up today on the Doctor Who magazine from Doctor Who magazine on Facebook. The special edition is coming out, the music of Doctor Who. This will be out this Thursday. So Thursday the 13th, this is coming out. I didn't get a chance to find out the price on it, but here's the cover apparently. So when I have more data on that, hopefully by tomorrow night, I'll pass it on to you to how much it's going to cost. But yeah, it'll be out this Thursday the 13th, and it looks like it's going to be an interesting issue for you music lovers. Okay, now this has been put up a few different places. Complete History of Doctor Who is coming to the U.S. in hardcover. Now remember this book collection that we took a look at earlier this year, which is the Complete History of Doctor Who, which is a series of hardcovers, and if you put them all together, you get this nice image right here. There are going to be 80 volumes of this in total. The subscription deal goes as follows. If you want more info on how to do this, but the USA is going to be outside of the subscription, outside of its subscription model. So given the demand for Doctor Who over the pond, Hachette will be selling them to comic stores in the United States. And these are the only ones they are starting with in September, following through into November. So if you want to go take a look at the covers, what they look like and whatnot, here it is, all right up here posted on Bleeding Cool. So this is nice, collector's item to have, especially, the stuff that they discuss inside it, a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff and whatnot. So if you're a really diehard Doctor Who fan and you're into reading this type of stuff, boom, here it's finally coming to the United States. Okay, now here it is again. Are David Tennant and Paul McGann appearing in the series finale? I don't know. To be honest with you, all right. Oh, by the way, thanks to someone who commented the other day, and plus this article, this picture which I addressed earlier is done by this lady here, Katie Jones. Just because these guys appeared in Cardiff doesn't mean automatically that they got something to do with Doctor Who. It is a strong coincidence. Don't get me wrong. It'd be interesting to find out it does have something to do with it. But once again, people's minds and their hopes and all that tend to start running. And then now somehow Paul McGann's been added into this mix. And now there's rumors going around about a quote-unquote degeneration scene at the end of the year. I don't have any hard factual data to prove this theory, though, or this, rumor. So until then, please keep it as rumor. But I'm going to let you, I'm going to leave the article here in case you want to read it. And this is their little, take on it here over on Doctor Who Watch. Now let's get to the good stuff, really good stuff that happened over the weekend. Strax meets Jago and Litefoot. Now, I've been talking about this with the guys for a long time. The fact that Jago and Litefoot, which are two characters that met back in Talons of Wang Chiang, back in the Fourth Doctor era. This is all the way back in the Hinchcliffe deals. They are in the exact same time period and area around the area of Paternoster Row in London. So it wouldn't be unbelievable that I'd been saying that if Paternoster Row gang meet up with Jago and Litefoot, and sure enough, now we're going to have this one-off in which the character of Strax, portrayed by Dan Starkey, is going to be teamed up with these two. And apparently, okay, it's not a. May want to do a little spoiler thing here. So spoiler alert. Apparently something happens that Strax his mind his mind scrambled or whatnot, or his memory scrambled, and he thinks that Jago and Litefoot are Jenny and Madame Vastra. And he moves into their Lightfoot's house, and then mayhem ensues from there. And it's going to be nice to hear this trio paired up. Especially if you're a fan of Jago and Litefoot and you know how they usually take care of their cases. Now they're going to meet the Sontar and Strax, and this is going to be a laugh fest. All right. This popped up tonight. Apparently, Doctor Who, the Sixth Doctor, The Last Adventure is coming 17th of August. Big Finish Audio is delighted to announce an early release date for The Sixth Doctor, The Last Adventure, which is going to be exclusive to Big Finish customers. The special 4-part story set provides an emotional ending for Colin Baker's Sixth Doctor, and it'll now be released a week today, ahead of an original September release date. Big Finish customers will therefore here, Doctor Who, the Sixth Doctor, The Last Adventure, a full 6 weeks before it's available anywhere else. So, interesting enough, and it looks like, yeah, he's going up against the Valyard. We're going to have a lot of returning companions and whatnot from both the televised and the Big Finish audio era of Colin Baker's Doctor. So, if you want to listen to the trailer, here it is right here on this page. It looks like it's going to be a heck of an adventure, and I think it's going to be a far, far better send-off than, oh, look, the Ronnie disrupted the TARDIS and the Doctor banged his head on the console, hence the regeneration. So hopefully we're going to find out what led up to that point that the Doctor, what actually caused the Doctor to regenerate from, his 6th incarnation, Colin Baker, into his 7th incarnation of Sylvester McCoy. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. I've already covered this, so... Okay, now lastly for today, Mark Gatiss wants the BBC to grow a pair of bollocks and fight back. This has to do with the thing that's going on with the BBC over there, where there's actually a movement to limit it, reduce it back from what it is now into something that's quote-unquote, more productive or whatnot. And the thing is, it can't get any more productive than it is now. So if you want to take a look into this, I'm going to leave this article for you to read, and Mark Gatiss wants the BBC to grow a pair of bollocks and fight back. So, what have we learned today? Rumor mill has gone apeshit. I'm not kidding. It has gone really far out of control. You have to be very, very careful with these things because rumors tend to become, well, I don't want to say legends because then the Liberty Valance effect kicks in people's minds. When the legend becomes fact, print the legend. And I don't want to go down that road. I want to see hard factual data proving that there's going to be a quote-unquote degeneration scene before I believe any of it. Or I'd love to see as much as I'd love to see Paul McGann back on the show, I'm not going to go ape crazy and assume, oh, look, somebody saw Paul McGann doing something, therefore he's back on the show. I haven't even heard about a sighting of Paul McGann in Cardiff or anywhere near Rothlock. So I don't even know how that started. Now, David Tennant and Russell T. Davies have been seen in the area. But that doesn't mean anything's going on. They could just be there for filming, or RTD would definitely be there because of the fact that, A, he's from Wales, and B, he may have been called in to have a talk with Moffat, maybe check over notes about the storyline about why the Doctor looks like a Kylus and whatnot, because that was based off an idea he had before. So, and also, a lot of people are taking it because of the quote-unquote, the thing about regeneration line that Capaldi let out earlier during one of the interviews. So it could be that. But like I said, don't go crazy. Just look at the facts and sit back, enjoy the show when it airs, and don't believe all the hype that's going on the net right now. But until next time, guys, I'm getting on out of here. So have a good one. Take care. See you on the flip side. Ta-ta for now.